So let's dive into some of the lessons learned here. The first big one that comes from those 5 years of sucking at this entrepreneurship process is don't give up. This slide is not perfect. I haven't fully verified these numbers, but from memory, it's probably pretty close. This is our debt, personal debt. This is before we ever took venture capital. So you can see there that at the height, we had almost $500,000 in personal debt, which is one of the reasons why today I can't get a credit card in my name. I have a corporate card and I have a checking account, but I can't get a credit card. I can't get a bank loan. I would not be able to buy a house. I can't buy a car. I can't even rent an apartment without my wife co-signing for me. So that kind of sucks, but at the same time, right, it was that debt that helped, all these mistakes, all this time, that helped me learn how to figure out how to run a real business. And that, I guess in hindsight, I wouldn't trade it in, but I can definitely tell you that in 2005, 2004, I had to mostly not think about this. Right? What I thought about was the business, how's the company doing, how are our clients happy, how do we get more clients, how do I get more traffic to the website, and not, oh God, I'm $400,000 in debt, I think I should probably declare bankruptcy. Right? Another thing that can be extremely distracting and problematic for startups is focusing on too much stuff, right? There's a million things going on with your business. There's things around employees, there's things around founders, there's things around customers, there's things around the product, around the marketing, and you can get lost in numbers. You really can, and I've seen startups who do that, who have essentially, a board deck that they present that's 50,000 numbers, and they don't have a focus around which ones matter. At SEOmoz, we have just a few basic metrics, and then more advanced stuff that essentially provides detail into those. So things like, how many paying subscribers have we got, right? And then a more advanced version of that would be, well, what's the growth rate and what's the acceleration rate, right? Are we speeding up? Are we adding new customers faster than we were 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago? And that's an indication that our product is doing the right thing, that our marketing is doing the right thing. We look at average revenue per subscriber, right, as sort of a top-line number. So you take all those people who are grandfathered in at $39 or $49 a month, $79, and I think the average price that people pay today is about, across all our members, is around $90, $95, because we have people who are paying higher prices as well. And then we'll look at distribution of those revenue groups. So how many people are in each group? Are people more likely to stay if they're paying more or less? Those kinds of figures. We look at subscription duration. In fact, there was an awesome slide that I almost showed, but it wouldn't make any sense. It's just a bunch of bars that kind of look pretty. But it shows essentially how long, on average, a group, a set of members who joined us in a particular month stay with the service. And so you get this idea from that chart of, okay, people who joined in January 2010, they tend to drop off after 9 or 10 months. But people who joined after March 2010 or April 2010, oh, that's when we had the new Open Site Explorer service. And yeah, that one, oh, that really kept people on the service. We look at gross revenue, margin, and profit, and of course the cost to acquire customers, which historically has been incredibly low, mostly because we do organic marketing. So from those figures, we need to track them really, really well. So we have weekly reporting that our operations staff does. We use a service called Good Charts in our intranet to actually see these, and then we make them available to everyone inside the company. So by getting everybody on board with the same numbers, everyone's thinking about, what am I doing this week, today, this hour, right now, that's going to help these numbers get better? And that means that every week we send out an email update with all of these charts. We send out data about how the company's doing. We actually show the revenue run rate. So you will see, like, for example, the revenue run rate, if we were to continue operating at this week's precise revenue, would be $6.5 million. Right? And so you can get a sense of, like, okay, my shares, right, I own 0.5% of the company, and today the company would be worth X, Y, and Z if it were to sell. And so you can think about, like, everyone in the company can think about, this is the value I'm creating, and I see that the company is more valuable than it was last week and last month and last year. And that has a great impact on the culture inside the company of working on the right things.